Why, hello there, everybody! And thank you so much for the follow backlash. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. And welcome on in anybody who may have arrived here on a lurk. I'm sectoral leader Cody. And I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a, well, my VTuber dude's not around, as per usual. Because Outbrk is a resource-heavy game, so we are going to be taking precautions to save resources so we can run Outbrk nice and effectively. But on the note of like efficiency and resource heavy, the last development outlook that they released was talking more about their next major update coming up, which is supposed to be like a big time optimization update. I'm really looking forward to it. I had a feeling they were working on something like that in the background. Because remember, like Outbrk uses volumetric clouds, so that's a relatively new technology, and learning new technology you gotta start somewhere and then step it up from there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But also, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome to a lovely Saturday evening or whatever happens to be in your particular time zone. We're gonna be playing some Outbrk today. We usually do our weather talk as well, but that is usually done on weekdays, and we are on a weekend. I hope you guys are having a lovely long weekend. Hopefully it's a long weekend for a lot of you. And for any of you who had to work on Friday, well, I hope your particular area pays time and a half for that stat day, and that it's a stat day in your area. I mean, like, that's also not too bad. Having a paid day off is also really nice. But, yeah. We are here at the end of the week. I did make some changes to the stream since last time. I'll be summarizing more on that when, next Wednesday's stream. It's usually the Wednesday streams, that's when I, go over the summaries and details. But, let's just say, the problem we were having with the, throwables in the previous stream and the stream before, I've found a temporary workaround for it, or I implemented a temporary workaround for it, so look forward to that in the future. But let's talk about the present. The present in terms of us going to Outbrk. I'm going to get Outbrk booted up right now, actually. And I did make sure the sounds thing is running. Cool, cool. I forgot to start up Steam. So we'll just have to wait an extra 30 seconds or however long Steam decides to... Okay, 5 seconds. Yeah, sure. Steam decided to load up very quickly today. That's... Hey, no complaints there. Shoo! Oh my goodness. Another game that I play had a major update too. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look at that at some point. Alrighty. Well, let's just take a quick look here. Outbrk is up over here. Yeah, no major updates yet. They're working on it. But anyway, I'm going to get Outbrk launched here, and we're going to do some good old-fashioned storm chasing. Now, the bug in which the Outbrk window doesn't properly size when you're in a 4-monitor configuration and one of the monitors is larger than HD will probably still happen. But, alright. I have a feeling that's also going to be getting tackled while they're doing the optimization stuff. Right now it's preloading objects here, so we're just going to give it a little bit. Open a menu, set in the resolution to an incorrect resolution. Excellent. I'll swap over to Outbrk once I've fixed the resolution here. So just bear with me for a little bit. I'm going to be doing... I'm probably just going to be yammering on while we chase storms here. If anybody pops in the chat, I'll be ready to speak with you. I can still see your... I can still see the chat in the monitor, one monitor up here. So let me just go to settings here, and I'm just going to go into graphics. And I'm just going to change the resolution back, and then 4th. And that should fix that problem. There we go. Cool. And do I have Outbrk enabled? Yes, I do. OBS is just not capturing it for some reason. All right. Neat. Ooh, what's going on here? There we go. Hey, OBS, can you do me a favor and actually capture the... Oh, you know what? I think I changed it to a different executable, that's why. There we go, we're all... we're good to go. Now, I like to do solo chases, typically. The thing with group chases is you have to have at least a party of 4 in order to keep the private party status, and I don't like the concept of... open lobby in that. It is nice to have an enforcement system and all that in place, but I still like the idea of, like playing with the community I'm familiar with, like with a bunch of you, and yeah. If we do end up getting sometime in the future a party of at least 4 who have the game and are willing to do some chasing, we can definitely make an arrangement for that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do some more solo chasing here. We have started. Okay. All right. So we got one cell of interest over there already. Let's take a look at how much energy we have to work with. Okay, the storm's already utilizing some of the energy there, and it is going into a pretty alright environment. How are the dew points? Oh, the dew points are good. This is in Celsius for me, just as a note there. I am Canada's side, so I use metric units. But yeah, we definitely got something going on here. I'm going to see what sort of vector we've got coming out of this. It is developing nicely. First impression estimations here. I haven't played this so much that I've memorized exactly where the tornadoes are going to strike, and quite frankly, it's not as exciting when you playing that way. If you already know where they're going to strike exactly, so. Yeah, that's looking pretty interesting. Well, we're gonna set off down south then. I like this particular vehicle because it has good fuel efficiency and capacity. I don't like fueling up a whole bunch. Or having to fuel up frequently. Let me just get used to driving fast again. And doing the corner cut thing. Yeah, that's not how you cut the corner, but I'll get used to it again. You'll actually notice, in the street. Wow, my brakes are not working. That's cool. Now they're working. At least I've got a somewhat upgraded vehicle, so I can drive up hills like that. Your started vehicle will definitely not be able to do that. Alright, we're going to travel down to our marker. Knowing my luck, whenever I place a marker down, it ends up being the correct spot. Even when it looks like something's going somewhere else. You have a scenario where it looks like the tornado's going to be south, and then it decides to steer north and still go towards where you originally placed your marker. Classic. Yeah, we're going to place ourselves in the path that I'm estimating, just based off of that one particular cell. It's already looking very nice. Hemlock, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope your time zone is going well. We're doing some good old storm chasing. And quite honestly, the resources are... Actually, I don't have the resource monitor up. I see OBS lagging. But only the sound mixer... Why is only the sound mixer part lagging? As long as we don't get anything worse than that. Got some bumpy looking clouds over there. Oh yeah, let's Again, I don't know why the antenna's off by default, but it is. But that's fine and all. We're gonna go for a highway intercept here. It's gonna be a little bit before we get to our destination, but yeah, I hope your days have been well. My day's been pretty decent. Nice temperature. A touch of a chilly wind, which is fine because we have a decent amount of sun radiation also happening here, so... I do, at some point within the next week here, I do plan on moving my personal weather station. So, that'll be coming up at some point too, but that's not... obviously, I'm not doing that on stream. That's something I'm going to be doing off stream, and it's a remote weather site, so I have to actually travel to it. We're just going to overshoot our target a little. Let's back her up a bit. Not sure. Not sure about the cell now, the way it looks. What's the full map saying about this? We still got something of interest here. Let's take the look at the velocity. A little bit of something. A little bit of rotation. It's definitely utilizing the energy correctly. That's good. Projections here. It's looking like it's going to be a lot further south than we initially marked. So we're going to go, I don't know, just off ramp. Right about here. And we're going to see what we get from here. Hopefully we don't get a rain ramp tornado, because those are not very fun to chase. They're not fun to chase in real life either. Not knowing where the not knowing the precise location of the tornado is not very fun. So we're going to head up to this ramp here, and we're just going to be like just off ramp, and we'll see if things are still pointing towards that relative area. Oh, I placed the marker a little off-road. No worries. Technically, we do have enough funds to get the off-road vehicle if we really wanted to, but I want to upgrade the one of the more customizable vehicles and see what we can get out of that. Okay, so we don't really have anything we can take a picture of, which, yeah, we're not exactly close to the cell of interest right now, so it's still looking pretty interesting. Yep, that still looks interesting. We got something developing up here, but I don't really like where it is in relativity to this storm. I'm really not sure about something actually coming out of this one. So, wrong side of the storm. Well, it's in the south side of this particular storm, but this cell's just too close. This one here is the one that I want to place faith in. Steffi, welcome on in. Good to see you.
Good.
Ooh, and thank you for the 4 biddies. I don't have throwing software up today to save on resources. This game does utilize a decent amount of resources here, so going for the efficiency, but I appreciate the 4 biddies. Sounds are still working. The visual redeems are still working. This rotation is a little weak here. Oh, there we go. That's a little better, but still... This is too close to a hail core. I'm gonna... Yeah, the hail is... This is hail-induced, so not too concerned about that. This rotation is not focused. This rotation I could see developing. It's in the right part of the storm. So we'll see what comes out of that. Where is it headed anyways? It's sort of pointing... It's close to where we are, actually, so... We'll stick around here, do some storm gazing, and we'll see if anything comes out of this. Sometimes the storms take a little while to fire off, so I'm not going to say for sure we're going to get an intercept here, but at this time, I feel like the best chance of an intercept is here, if it decides to produce something here. Omega, congrats on claiming first, and welcome on in, good to see you. I hope you guys' time zones are going fantastic so far. We are already... had to. Tush had to. Ah, yes. Yeah, welcome on in. We got some good lightning strikes already in this storm. I'm actually curious of some of these storms because, you know, some of the fully fledged supercells, they just go absolutely nuts with the lightning. Well, then again, you know, there's a fine line between frequent lightning looking cool and frequent lightning possibly causing seizures. So I guess there's that too. But ooh, the hailcore up here is getting pretty nasty. Watching some WrestleMania? Oh, heck yeah. Plenty of action going on there. Hey, the rotation is becoming more focused here. This rotation is broad, and I can see why. We've got several cells sort of interacting with each other, but down here, we got a pretty good supercell and focused rotation in the correct part of the storm. Let's take a look at where that rotation is going once more here. Okay, so we may have to head a little further north, so we're going to head like to the beginning of the ramp here, and we'll see if that gets us into a good interception spot. We still got some time before the suspicious part of the storm hits, so may as well get ourselves positioned beforehand. By the way, do not ever do this in real life, even if you're a train spotter. We're going up the wrong way on the road. Don't do that. That rotation is getting more intense. We will be good, courteous neighbors here and put on our hazards. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's a nice driving emote. I love it. Also, I noticed... You know what OBS is doing? It's lowering vehicles slowly rolling. Let's stop that. OBS is actually doing a resource saving thing. That's what it's doing right now. That's why the sound meter here and anything it has open is currently running at reduced FPS. Today I'm really noticing it. Also really noticing that rotation. Wow, it's getting better. What's unfortunate, though, we're not even getting a wall cloud picture out of this. I'd think at the bare minimum we'd see a wall cloud. Things are getting better here. I guess we'll wait for it to continue intensifying. Nothing picture-worthy yet. Yeah, all that rotation is broad, no focus on it. Oh, that just became tornado warned. Yet I still can't take any pictures of anything. So, where's the funnel cloud? Oh. No, never mind. That's a land feature. I thought that was a circle of debris. Oh, we got a funnel cloud somewhere. I can't see it, but, here, this will tell us where it is. Right where I suspect? Oh, we might have to head further south here. Just south of the marker that we have. Good thing the vehicle is pointing south. Still got a little bit of time to get to where we need to be. Oh, I got a second funnel cloud picture. I like that. Where is it forming? It says funnel cloud, but I cannot see it. Oh, hey, you guys want to see Christopher a little bit? Well, hold on. Hold on a moment. I need to actually be able to see all of the the action messages. And then we just need to do this. Alright, Chris is going to get him. Alright, so that's all taken care of. Oh, we got some hail starting to fall. Lovely. Oh, hail, can you just stay small? I don't know where this tornado's going. South. We're gonna head to where the ramp meets with the road, then just down over here. Or maybe not even that far. This is already getting a little close according to the radar here, so... It's still south of us. Oh, not that far south. Okay, I'm going to set up the probe here. And we're going to do this now. Otherwise, we are definitely... like, the radar says it's close. I'm trusting what the radar says. And we're going to back out of here before the... before it gets close. It looks far away. When you take a picture of something, when you take a picture of a tornado and it says optimal, it means you are within a certain distance and you're getting close to it. Optimal is the highest rank you can get from a picture. So we're going to let this tornado do its thing. We're just going to back right up and hope that it gets close enough to that intersection up ahead. Maybe I don't want to back up this much. I still want to be able to actually see it. Would this be an alright line? Oh, apparently that's no value, even though that's very clearly a tornado. It's close to the probe. We should still be able to pick up on things. It looks like it's behind the power lines, though, so it is going to be south of the probe. That's fast. So this isn't a direct intercept. Wait. Let's wait a bit. We don't want to be getting caught up by any of the other winds that accompany tornadoes. Okay, now that's across the highway. That's a fast-moving one. Glad I trusted the radar and just backed away early. Okay, so we did get a successful intercept here. Wasn't a direct one, but still pretty good. We're gonna pick up our probe here, and it'll secure us 5,200 as long as we do not get too close to the tornado at any other point. Alright, so this fella is moving in pretty much a straight line. I don't want to chase it up this road, because if we somehow get ahead of it, we're going to end up being chased by it. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to aim for the end of the road there. And we're going to go through Westport and try to intercept it from the other side of that roadway. It's moving pretty fast, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to. Also, if it does decide to change course and head a little more southward, we will have to find an alternate route. Okay. Is Westport. I'm not sure if Westport's actually getting messed up by this, but it looks awfully close. We're going to use the road south of here. Alright, let's see if we can actually make it over to the other road that we have our target on here. And do a second intercept. So yeah, the thing with Outbrk here is you don't want to go chasing after any rotation signature that you see. You have to take a look at the storm's structure. And in particular, when you're seeing a cluster of storms... Oh, we got another tornado further ahead. You can see that? So we do have two tornadoes on the map. One is much further ahead. What's that cell? Oh, yeah, that cell looks nice. Let's not get too distracted, though. We do need to get ahead of this one. Like, far enough ahead that we can safely intercept. So, we're going to go ahead... And if it veers north, we're not going to be able to intercept it. If it veers south, we could be in danger. So we got to hope that it just stays on the track that it's currently going. A lot of different scenarios that could cause us to not get this intercept. So this is the turn up ahead here that we're looking for. We're just gonna do a little corner cutting. Again, don't do that IRL. Don't think of your vehicle as stable as these vehicles. That is already looking close. I'm not a fan. Okay. I think it's heading towards us. Let me place a probe down. Try to place a probe down. Oh, it's roping out. We might actually be out of luck here, but we'll see. I'm going to place a probe down and hope for the best. Until then, we're just going to turn the whole vehicle around so we can get out of here faster. Back it up will not suffice this time. And when we get to this intersection, we should be safe. And this will give us updated coordinates here on what's going on. It's looking pretty close to the probe to me. It is pretty ropey right now, so we might not get a very good value out of it. So we'll see. The value is continuing to go up here. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Just give it a little longer here. We don't want to run into the outflow winds or the inflow winds. We especially do not want to run into the inflow winds. Those are what pull you in. So, okay, should be good now. We might have to deal with a little bit of hail here. We'll have to... Depends on what's going on behind here. no hail. Cool. Alright, cool. That's another 4,300. Alright, let's see where... Oh, let's see. I think it's dissipating. Whoop. Oh yeah, it's gone. Okay. We're gonna reassess then. So this storm still has a little bit of a hook sticking out, so there is still a possibility it could redevelop, but we'll see what comes out of that. I'm not sure if I want to chase this one. It's already way the heck over here. Like, we gotta travel through a pretty annoying road grid in order to get over to this. And we might wind up doing mountain chasing if we ultimately chase that one. So, do we have a better... You know what? I'm going to keep chasing this cell because the hook is redeveloping. I have a feeling we are going to get a second tornado from this. Just based off of its behavior. So we're going to go down this road next. Let's do a turnaround here. You know, I think I have the least amount of wall cloud pictures. Like, I have a lot of tornado pictures in this game. And I have some fungal cloud pictures. But wall cloud pictures, I feel like those are really hard to get. Hopefully in a future update, the wall clouds will work with the tornado more often, because a lot of tornadoes, when a tornado is getting close to forming, there's usually a wall cloud underneath the base before something starts reaching down. So we're going to have to head by Bakersville here. And we might have to actually do a fuel up depending on how much chasing we have to do here. But we don't have to fuel up as often in this vehicle, and I'm all for that. Vroom vroom. And we're going to do a corner cut here. Ah, there you go. Had a feeling. Mind you, the hook looks small again, so this might be one of those ones that lifts and drops and lifts and drops. An indecisive cell trying to produce a tornado, and then the tornado just leaves. I'm using keyboard controls. Oh man, you guys know how I'm using tilt controls was like a meme from the Nintendo Wii days, like Mario Kart Wii. I think the new meme for the Switch 2 is going to be I'm using mouse controls. Whoa! Let's back up here. Let's back up. I don't want to back up too much more, though. Hey! Dang it, I almost got it in its fungal stage. We're putting the probe down right now. We're getting out of here. Sneaky, sneaky! I'm out of here. Definitely out of here. We're gonna head a decent way south here. Right about here should be alright. Wow, look at that tornado over there. Wonder if we can get a picture of that one. We can definitely get a picture of this one. Nope, but that one looks like a pretty good size. Oh, is that going to be north of the probe? I can see the trees further back going down, but I do not see the trees down along the southern line going down. You know what kind of scenario this is going to end up being? This is going to end up being the I should have placed it where the target is scenario. Yep. It probably hit right where that target is. Oh, what? Hold on. No, that should have been close enough. I call BS. Let's see where the tree line is as this tornado's leaving here. Let's see where the tree line is in relativity to. Yeah, it must have been just out of range or something. Oh, I see some tilted trees over here. It went by... Yeah, I guess that would have been too far away. Can't report for another 24 seconds. Alright, we're going to turn around. We're going to pick up our probe. And we're just going to plot our next interception point here. This one looks like it might actually go a little further. That probe was way too far south. It was hard to tell where it was going because the visible portion of the tornado was not close enough to the ground. You can only see the debris signature, which looked like it was getting close. I didn't want to take that risk. We're probably already up at 10,000. We don't want to lose that 10,000. Oh, hold on. There we go. We can get an updated... Okay. Wow, this is moving very, very eastward. My goodness. It's impressive. So that's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Hopefully we can get there on time. It's roping out. Oop. And we are going off the road. Okay, so we want to head out, like right up, and we want to head out the northeast exit of Bakersville. And that should put us back in front if it is still producing. The hook was also looking a little shaky, so we will see. Don't go through red lights if you're a storm chaser. Don't risk the ticket, and don't risk getting T-boned by another vehicle. There's no other vehicles on the map here, so yeah, we're good. Also, we're heading right by the fuel station here, so we may as well just pick up some fuel too while we're... Ooh. I don't want to get stuck between the pump and the vehicle again. Last time I took imaginary fall damage because I got stuck between the pump and the vehicle, and I don't know, the game thought I was still falling apparently. Well, I managed to get a tornado picture even though I couldn't see it at all. Now I can't. Are we gonna be on time? Well. We'll find out, but if it's already about to cross the road, there's no point in trying to intercept. The Switch 2 in the US is $449. I don't remember the US price off my head. I just remember they did not change the price. The Switch 2, Mario Kart 8, and the new Donkey Kong game are apparently staying the same. Future games are going up a little. Accessories are going up a little. They raised them up here too. Nintendo, why are you punishing us for the US's mistakes? Like, seriously. It's fine. It just means I get less of Nintendo's games if they're gonna do that. Especially if we're going to raise the price on us, even though the tariffs versus origin and that don't really apply with us. But that was a pretty big stance of mine too. Is that if they raise the Switch 2, if they were to have raised the Switch 2's price, I would have just canceled those plans entirely. Because $699.99 Canadian is already asking for a lot. And I am not paying close to what the PS5 Pro costs for the Switch 2. Is that getting too close to the road? It's hard to tell from here. Oh, we have to go through a hail corridor? Oh, this is not... This bodes ill. I don't like this. We have to go through a hail cord to get to our interception destination. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yo, did he just walk up slowly and down smash?
Welcome on in, Fiber Optics. $120 Joy-Cons. Oh, I'm not getting any extra Nintendo accessories for a decent amount of time here. Also, why are the Joy-Cons more than the Pro Controller? The Pro Controller is better. Oh, I'm not intercepting that. That's too close to the road. We're just going to take pictures and admire it from where we are. We got close, though. We almost intercepted it. Actually, hold on. It's not going to cross this road. Well, that's fine. How about we go here, then? We're going to follow alongside the tornado. It appears to be drifting slightly south, which it would be away from us. So we're just going to follow it. Yeah, $120 Joy-Cons? No thanks. Hopefully the Joy-Cons that come with are not nearly as drifty as the Joy-Cons for the Switch when it first came out. Also, the Pro Controller does work on the Switch too. Nintendo's website actually has confirmation on that, so I'm just going to hold on to my two Pro Controllers, that one that has slight drift on it, and I'm just going to use that. Mind you, the Switch 2 Pro Controllers are apparently they're just $10 more. And that's after the price adjustments, so didn't inflate as much as I thought it would. Okay, we are going to trust the target. Trust the marker I placed down. Because the marker has been more accurate than my corrections, my last-minute corrections have been. Yep, it's fluctuating a little towards the north, but then it's fluctuating a little to the south. It's roping out. I don't like that. Why are you roping out? I want to make you famous with more information on you. No. I'm telling you, it looks like it's gonna rope out. How does it look? There's a hook there! There's a hook in clear rotation. It might jump. It might jump. It still says this is a tornado. In before it goes invisible and you can't see it and you can just see the debris signature and have to go off of that. Nope. Nope. It's officially dead. However... Wall cloud? No? Oh, the hook sort of broke itself too. But the rotation is still there. In fact, the rotation is intensifying. I don't think this is done yet. Unless the scenario forces it to be done. I don't like it when the scenarios do that. Like, there's a very clear rotation signature. Oh, this should definitely continue. And then because the scenarios ended, no, we're ending these tornadoes. That's looking strong. How? No. I want. It's still tornado warned. Come on. Can I at least get a wall cloud picture? Wall cloud, where are you? Wall cloud. Fungal cloud? My less common pictures? Fungal cloud? Wall cloud? Where are you? How is this not producing a tornado or a fungal cloud? Ooh, we got another rotation here beginning. Oh, you know what's happening? You get sucked away by a tornado and oh, definitely. If you're in a vehicle too. The vehicle has higher tolerance because it weighs more, but oh yeah, the risk is very much there. We're not getting anything out of this. It must be hidden that force field around the radar. Any tornado that gets near the radar just mysteriously disappears. Except for the one in Eastern Falls, apparently. Yeah, what the heck? What is with this cell? There's definitely a tornado over there. You can see it very faintly. However, that one is entering the mountains here, and this is the last point you can intercept before, yeah, nothing. Whoa. Get the map back up. So, did it form past us? Not that one. That's the one that's in entering the mountains. What is this? Well, let's give it one last try then. I don't know what's going on with this particular cell. That looks like it should clearly be producing a tornado, but it is not. We are going to take the northerly road here, and that should bring us the northerly road. Then we're going to travel east and down the next road, and that should hopefully put us in the path. Bugged cloud mechanics. Yeah, or the scenario trying to end. Maybe the scenario is waiting, though, until that tornado straight ahead of us begins to leave the map boundary. Whoops. I thought that was a funnel for a moment. Straight to this road, and then we gotta head south a little. We're gonna have to drive through, possibly drive through a hail core. It's sort of patchy, so we'll see. This vehicle is hail-proof, so won't be taking any hail damage from it. However, I do still have to get the achievement of breaking the windows, so eventually I will have to downgrade in order to get that. I find it really difficult, though. I drove through some massive hail zone and still didn't sustain enough damage to have a window broken. Hey, we got a little bit of blue developing in the center of the hail core there. So that hail core is getting to be a good size. We're going to drive down to our target, and that should give us a pretty good view. It should be just outside of the hail core and the heavy rain that we can actually see a little down west. Right about here. Alright. Nothing. Not even a wall cloud. I would really love a wall cloud picture right now. That would be neat. We've got 0 wall cloud pictures. This is getting too close to the radar, and anything that gets close to the radar never works properly. Look, we got 2 solid intercepts, so we got that going on for us. This is all just becoming a gusty mess. Yeah, see, and if there is a tornado, it is apparently entering the zone on the other side of us now. I don't see it. A little difficult to see with the, what? Oh, hi. We might have to do a little off-roading if we want to intercept that one. Accessing these highways is a pain in the arse. Like, this map layout, unfortunately, with the major highways here, they like to just outright go under half the roads. We do have ads starting up in about a minute here, just a heads up. A minute plus who knows how long, because it says ads starting soon for, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. That's a touchdown right there. Okay, catching it in a fungal state is a big bonus because we get to see what direction it's going. It's already going to be crossing that road. It's going to be crossing the highway at some point. If it isn't already. It's getting close. Let me swap to the other side of the highway here. Ah. Let me up! Let me up! Okay, fine. Just wanted to cross to the other side of the highway. Because I feel like this side of the highway is going to be too close. There we go. That's about as close as I want to get. I don't like how close we are. Also, apparently I can't target this. Not a tornado, apparently. Can I get out of the hail core without getting too close to this? It just moved out of visual range. It is weakening. Looks like it's not going to cross the highway. Look at how quickly it's weakening. That was a cool flicker. It's sort of heading out of bounds. We can only head so far this way before we are considered out of bounds. So at this point, I think I'm going to head back to the gas station. The nearest gas station, and we're going to do our fuel up at the end and wrap up our chase. This is still a pretty successful chase. We got two pretty decent intercepts. At the least, because of our intercepts, we will be able to see what sort of wind speeds we got. We have a rough idea of where the tornado went through. Got some down power lines over here. Well, don't think that was legal, no. And our birds have been pretty loud around here lately. I heard a pileated woodpecker the other day. And today, actually. I saw the northern flicker that we saw earlier, too. The one that I got a picture of. Saw him on a power line. Ads have been extracted. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We're just concluding this particular chase. Welcome on in, Jelly Bean. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. Things have been pretty good over here. Doing some good old storm chasing. And actually, pretty good chase today. It's already a pretty good first chase. Yeah, I hope things are going well. Oh, our vehicle is apparently moving more than... There we go. I was about to say, why is my vehicle still moving regardless of my direction? And turn off the fuel, and out we go. Okay. I don't think we can get any more pictures of the storm, but there it goes. I'm very much looking forward to watching thunderstorms. Doing alright, just eating dinner and chilling out. That sounds like a lovely time. I wish I did have my VTuber do it a present as well, but yeah, this game, their next major update is the optimization update, so they were already talking about how they were able to get away with setting the cloud downsample into a pretty low value and still being able to maintain pretty good system stability, so I'm looking forward to it. If it does reduce our resource usages to the point where I can actually run a VTuber at the same time, that'd be great. I have a 4060, so I'm not running off of like bare minimum or anything like that. GPU right now says 87%. Okay. Memory says 69%. Nice. But the only reason memory usage is so high is because there are virtual machines running on the same computer here. Hey, maybe they'll replace some of the stock thunder sound effects at some point too with actual thunder sound effects. You know, one thing at a time. A little further in the future, they are planning on adding new tornado types too, so. Including the infamous wedge tornado. The wedge tornado and the multi-vortex tornadoes are two they specifically mentioned. I'd love to see a multi-vortex tornado. I have not seen one IRL, so. I mean, I've only seen 3 tornadoes total IRL anyway, so. That, and we're on Canada's side here, so we don't get as much variety to the kind of types of tornadoes we get, but yeah. It's not saying chase ending soon. What's going on? Do we have something else? No, there's nothing else. And yeah, the cape is not all that amazing. Look at this. Because of all we were tracking the same cell the whole time. So, fungal cloud over here, tornado over here, same tornado over here. The tornado sort of fizzled out somewhere around, I think shortly after we reported this one, it fizzled out. Dropped down again somewhere around here. And fizzled out. A new one formed over here, and that's the one we couldn't intercept because it was too close to the highway to safely intercept. Also, that's one heck of a hail core. And when you start seeing that blue in the middle, which, by the way, does not happen as often as it does in this game. It doesn't happen very often. But we're talking about some seriously big hail. Grapefruit size, quite possibly. Pretty big hail. Now we just got some rain passing over us from the back of the storm. But yeah, I think this chase is... I'm surprised it hasn't started counting down yet. Because there is nothing else to chase. So we're just going to leave since we're in a safe zone. Alright. We got 15,000 out of this. A little bit of vehicle damage, mostly probably from me trying to cross from one side of the highway to the other. And we only got charged for the first fuel up. This second fuel up, it doesn't get calculated if you don't get back into the vehicle after it's filled up. So, yeah. Any fuel you're missing when you leave a chase does get charged to you. So it's a weird little gray area. I'm sure that'll be getting patched over since it's so easy to do at some point. But, you know, they've got a lot of other things they'd like to tackle as well. Like, wow, we're almost at 300,000. Like, really, really close to 300,000. Like, one crappy wall cloud picture would have pushed our new balance to 300,000. Also, maximum wind speed recorded 198 kilometers an hour. Not bad at all. Speaking of tornadoes, I'm actually just a touch curious on what's happening in our current scenario here. I actually had one of Texas's radars open because there was a cell that looked like it was tornado capable. It's still there, and it is now tornado warned. Alright, cool. That's about right. There's a cell, there's two cells behind it. I also see a hook sticking out of that one. And a nasty intake wind, so that one might get tornado warned pretty soon at the rate it's going. Um, what the heck? Is that even a hook? Looks like a hook. That's one heck of a hook. There's not really... Got a bit of a mess there. Looks like noise. It might be sharp winds getting pulled in, but... Probably a tornado. Opposite directions. This is a big area of opposite directions. My goodness. And then... And this one's got a little bit of a suspicious spot, just like right here. Weird part of the storm, but a little suspicious. This one appears to have intake winds, so this one could be developing a tornado, so let's see out of that. There's another warned one up here. A little hard to see. Do we have a Oklahoma City radar here? Let's see what Oklahoma City radar has to say. There's definitely a lot of wind. Are they talking about this? This one's a little difficult to tell where the actual focal point is. It might also be here, these locally higher wind values. This one might be rain-wrapped. I don't want to be anywhere near a rain-wrapped tornado. No, thank you. But anyway, let me just swap us back. And let me actually, I always forget to turn on the game volume for some reason. Leave full screen and go back to here. And there we go. Okay, what of the, so that's the vehicle that we currently have. That's that's our preset. Oh, hey, look at that. I mean, this is essentially the customizable version. And then we can equip it with whatever. Also, yeah, this is the off-roader, I'm pretty sure. Well, it doesn't show the off-roader status if that is the case. I think the Hammerhead's the new... Yeah, the Hammerhead's the new one. The off-road one. As you can see, its fuel capacity is really bad, and so I'm probably not going to go for that one. I like high fuel capacity. So I can go for this one here. Eventually I'll get the Dominator 3, just so we have the luxury of anchoring ourselves and being right within a tornado. But, yeah, I'm going to equip this one, and we're going to do some customization. I like having things as navy blue, which, funny enough, is a color that comes with, so don't even have to pay for that. Tell your pet I say hi. Ah, yes. My other car is a Dominator. Not true yet. Not true yet. Is this just text? Ah, free candy. Ah, blue lightning. There we go. Oh yeah, now we're drawing. Now we're talking. Child drawing. Heh, cat vehicle. Ah, the wind. The wind. Sure, the wind. I'm not too worried about the wheels. I don't think they really changed the stats anyways, so... Collision protection, 35%, 20%, 30%, 0% apparently? Wait, how is this a rainbow bull bar? Eh? Anyway, yeah, we'll add a bull bar to our vehicle, collision protection, all that good stuff. Window protection, 100%. Hail guard, anti-hail cage, plexiglass panels. We'll add that later, just so we could maybe get that achievement we're after. Wind data displayed when driving, that sounds pretty cool to me. A mesonet sounds pretty cool to me too. So we're gonna get that. Yeah, we already got the amber light here. We can get something fancier later. Receive tornado warning updates. The different types don't seem to really provide anything different from one another, so we're just going to do that. We can't afford the laptop yet. Action camera. Oh man, there we go. Ice cream cone. Gas bird. Oh my goodness. Oh heck yeah. Okay, cool. We'll stick with this then for the time being. Okay, our vehicle did automatically change. All right, let's go for some more chasing. Get some of our golds back. If we get an EF5 intercept, that's an instant, a direct EF5 intercept that is at least 10,001 intercept. If the scenario is kind enough to provide us with one. Just give Outbrk a little bit of time here to load. And we'll see what we're in for this time. I like that last scenario. Even with some of the weirdness of how that one cell behaved near the radar. Initialize an atmosphere. This one's very messy. Doesn't look very focused. This one's gonna be a tricky one. Looks like there's rotation here, but this might just be... Yeah, that's two cells interacting with one another. So, not so sure about that one. Alright, let's see where our potential is best. Dew points are a little iffy. Potential is not very good over here. It's in the low teens. Mid-teens is alright. Where's the energy in all this? These storms are utilizing the energy. We got a cell down here that might be doing something of interest. Where's this cell moving towards? Okay. I'm not sure about chasing any of these storms yet. They're just, they're all scattered and not really focused in one particular area. Any tornadoes that spawn from these may not be very long-lived. Oh, let's jump onto the roof and do some, You can take fall damage from that? That is funny. What the heck? Don't jump on your weather equipment. It will hurt you. Jump onto the roof here and just look around and admire the lightning. Check the map once in a while to see if something's actually developing. Yeah, this cell here might produce something interesting. I will not jump on the weather equipment. The weather equipment has attitude. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we got all of our options. We got our... Well, I'm going to turn that on right away. Got our strobe light. Is that the full item wheel? I don't know. But we do have our winds down in the corner here, so that's also good reference. Is it safe to come out, or will I get knocked over by the winds? No storms have been marked as severe yet. I mean, this cell over here is looking severe to me. Nothing to focus on yet. Ah, but you know what I should be getting set up here while we're waiting? I should have some, like, background music or something done already. Let's listen to some video game music and that. Set it to like something like this, and then undo these and oh sure, yes, we're not even in danger. We're not even in danger. Also, hold on, let me make sure the I'm gonna set it slightly lower. There we go. It's important to have good volume balancing. Volume bouncing. Boing! Oh, here we go. This cell near Westport, maybe. What direction is that moving in? Well. Okay, so we gotta head up this way. And then I've got to head, like, up the other road here. Wait a minute. Am I just going to be connecting to that road anyways? Nope, I'm not connecting to that road. Okay, then let's go back on to the actual road here. The lighting is just going to be very weird here. Don't worry about it. Nothing's wrong here. No problems here. Blue bin. Okay, and then we're gonna turn up here. And that should put us towards the... yeah, sort of close to the road that we're aiming for. We gotta head through 2 areas in order to possibly intercept this. And we don't even know if it's actually going to produce a tornado. Actually, the cool part about this is you can see what direction the wind is also blowing in. Let's stay on the road here. And just near the beginning of the season, we were playing Paper Mario SLdr Remastered. I've got to say, though, we're getting near the end of another season here, which means there's going to be a 12-hour stream coming up soon. I've already confirmed those plans. But also, that means the stream times are going to be going back down to like once a week for the summer and that. Number 1, thunderstorms are distracting. Well, number 1 is actually the heat, and we don't have AC here. But second of all, thunderstorms are very distracting. A tornado warning got issued. Ah! What do we got going on here? Well, you know what? If I turn around, go straight down this road, and go over here, I could intercept that. It's better than chasing after that storm that I don't even know for sure if it's actually going to produce something. It's still within like the scattered, disorganized area, and this cell over here is looks like it has a little more actually put together. Not sure if it's going to be a long track. But it's looking better than a lot of the other cells at this time. I see that ditch there, so we're not going to cut corners too much. Oh yeah. Driving towards a tornado with Kirby 64 music playing. Oh, we got a bit of a hook on this. Looks like we're just going to be traveling down this road for a little while here. It should theoretically be a little while before we actually see the tornado itself. Hold on. Did it just stop in the sky? We hit it so hard that it got stunned in the sky. Oh yes, that is wonderful. I never liked those barricades anyway, so take that. Barricades in front of a road that has no problems. I love how far it went flying too before it froze, and it was just like, oh. Ah, here we go. See Mario Kart music while we're racing towards the interception location. We got a new tornado warning issued, and I don't know where it is. Visibility is looking a touch iffy up ahead. Oh, the hill's just loaded in. Where is this turn? I really love it when it does that. That's my favorite thing. Is when it decides, nah, while you're taking a picture of it. It is hiding behind a hail core. This is going to be awful to intercept. Where is this moving? Apparently it's still moving straight towards us, but the polygon is suggesting that it's moving over here. Oh, that is a nasty hail core. It's going to jump further south. That's what's going to happen here. Here, since we're actually in the storm, we're just going to do that. We're gonna pause the music for now, and then we'll resume it when we're away from it. Sort of a attention of being near a being near a cell here. Possibly down here. We could be seeing it approaching close to us by the time we get out of this, which would be less than ideal. Okay, we're getting out. Moment of truth. There should hopefully... Oh, dear me. What is that? Are you kidding me? Let's move it north. If we can intercept this, we can get a really good payout. That looks like it could be an EF5. The problem is, there's a hail core in the way. Where is this located and where is this moving? I don't like that that's what's hiding behind this hail core. Ooh. This is gonna be, oh, we can see it again. Sort of. Now we can't see anything. Thanks, hail core, I appreciate it. Keep going. If we can intercept this, that would definitely be something. Definitely be something, indeed. The winds are strangely calm, and I'm really not liking this. Okay, I'm gonna place. There it is. Okay, we don't have to worry about being in the path of that. That is very clearly going to cross north here. Oh, or it might rope out on us. Might just be taking some pictures of bit of admiration. Okay, this is the best shot we got. I'm going to back out because it could be getting close, but it's really hard to tell. Or it could just be dying. Yeah. How'd I know? All right. Well, let's not waste any more time here. Then I'll pick up our probe here. It doesn't surprise me the tornadoes that form are going to be very jumpy because there's no really well-focused spots in a lot of these storms. Like, for instance, we're probably going to get another one forming here. If it even stays together for that long. If we are... possibly here. Oh, we got a new cell moving in. This cell actually looks more organized. Heading towards Hopfield, which seems to get hit all too often. Not sure if I want to head way the heck up there, though. I'm, like, down here. I might have to, unfortunately, put faith in this particular cell, which is... doesn't look like it's going to produce anything long track, that's for sure. Well, that's what it feels like. Also, nice blue reflection in the rear view here. Okay. Oh, the winds were starting to get really calm from what I was seeing there. I was like, ooh, I'm not sure if I like that. As you see a big, as you see a pretty decent-sized tornado heading towards us, and then it just roped out, so. I guess we're all good on that. We're just gonna drive up here. Not sure if we're gonna make it to the intercept point on time, so we'll have to see. If we don't, though, it's not a huge loss. There's a road not too far down that we can try and intercept on. Rotation's not all that amazing on it. Maybe it'll pick up, though. We're going to be driving into Hailcore again. That cell up there is pretty promising, but it's really far north. We've already chosen to go after this one. That might even be, hold on. Let's do another assessment before we... I'm not seeing anything amazing for, rotation here. I might go up an extra block. Just, I feel like it's not going to produce anything at that point. Hey, let's drive through the Hailcore several times and see if we can get that smash window achievement. Never mind. First of all, the Hailcore is dissipating. Second of all, this storm is no longer focused. I might have to ultimately abandon that particular storm. Well, luckily you can't get struck by lightning because that was right in front of the vehicle. My goodness. This tornado's not moving all too fast. Still going strong. Oh, do we have a solid way up north? We can take this road straight ahead and see if we can double back. Because I have a feeling the tornado spawn from this one will be more of a long track than whatever's going on down here. Yeah, that's not even... Wait a minute. There's not really an amazing environment that this is going into. This is also not really too amazing of an environment. Well, I don't like the formation of this particular storm, so I think I will just, we'll try to go for at this one over here. We got a road up ahead here. We can just take that all the way to the north side. Northern Dale. Yo, once they got the lighting down pat, I wouldn't mind if the light posts like turned on in dark scenarios. That'd be a cool touch. I remember somebody else mentioning, like, power flashes would be a cool thing. That would be really cool. Like, a tornado running over the power lines and you got the power flashes from that happening. That would be pretty cool. It give you an even better idea of where the tornado is, too, once you're familiar with this map. Alright, here we go. Through the hail core. Thankfully, we're not going through one of the more intense ones where visibility becomes pretty much zero. We can resume the music now. We're traveling to the other part of the storm here, so... traveling from one storm to the other. It's also a classic thing that storm spotters tend to do when one cell is not showing as much potential anymore and you've got another cell to call to. Very common thing to do. So now we are on the road again with that. Listening to our roadside music. Yeah, we're driving through the Xenoblade, the land of Xenoblade. War planes. I don't see any tornado really far away. Sometimes you can see them from really far away. Okay, when this road ends, we gotta take a left and then a right and onto the highway. Also, is the cell of interest... that doesn't look very amazing. That might not be producing the tornado for very long. It's got one heck of a hail core. We can run through it if we want to try to get the broken window achievement. Except that other hail that I drove through didn't deal any hail damage. Maybe the hail wasn't large enough. We might be able to see it once we're driving towards it. We're just gonna slow down here because if we fail to cut, if we overshoot this, then we're gonna be smacking into a hill. We can just keep taking this swervy road here, actually. Like, once we take our... No, we can just keep taking this road that we just turned onto. Whoa, did you see that grass? It literally... It looked like it just rose out of nowhere. It was just like, boo. Grass jump scare. We're gonna fuel up here so we don't run into a fuel problem. Also, it looks like I'm gonna have to change where our marker is. Looks like we're gonna be doing some chasing in the north. That's still quite a rotation signature. We're almost ready to go. Alright, we gotta go on the highway, and this time we're gonna be heading northbound from our next exit. Things have changed. It's another reason why when we're doing multiplayer, I'd like to just play in a lobby with the community rather than random people. Chances are when you're playing with random people, you're gonna come across a group that's played this so much that they already know every scenario where the tornadoes are already gonna be. And it's like, well, I like monitoring storm behaviors and use them my best guess. Like, based on where this rotation signature is, or where this hook echo is, blah blah blah, that I have a feeling the tornado's gonna form here. And then seeing if I end up being right. Hard to see where the road goes from there. But yeah, next ramp here. Driving through a little bit of heavy rain, but we're good. Tornado warning is starting to enter our polygon here, or our where our marker is. All right. Next ramp and a left, because the right is just a dead end. That weird just randomly ends over there. It's like, ah, yes, roadway this way for building. And there we go. And once we go over this hill, we could end up seeing our guest of interest. Our special guest from the sky. The tornado. Or we could suddenly see it crossing the roadway once we go over this hill here. We could also just not see it at all. That's also a possibility. I don't know where this fungal cloud is, but there's a fungal cloud here. We're looking straight at it, apparently. Oh, lovely. You know what that means. Probably beyond this hill. Hey, Rock, help me. Give me insight. It's a tornado now, but I still can't see it. Oh! Okay, well, that tells me where it's going. That also tells me it's moving at a pretty decent speed, so let me go down from the rock through conventional means. Otherwise, I'll take fall damage where I don't need to. Those were optimal pictures, apparently, by the way. I couldn't even see the, Ah, there it is. There's our buddy. Now, don't rush towards us too fast. Don't be too excited to see us, alright? It isn't excited to see us. It's actually heading north at a really fast speed. I'm placing down my probe now, okay? Probe down now. Even if it misses, I don't want to get much closer to this. We're backing off. This is not a music playing moment. This is a getaway. Get away. 42, 40, 64. We got out of there on time. Oh, I think it turned towards the probe. What is... Oh. Just north of the probe. Just north of the probe. That was a close call. That's fast moving. That is a fast fella. Okay, I'm marking our next destination. We're going to pick up this probe and hope that the probe cooldown is over by the time we get to our next spot. And hope that our visibility isn't too terrible here. That's a nice picture. Well, yeah, that's coming up in a minute. I don't know why they always time themselves in the worst possible time, but they sure do love to. Back on the road, back on the road. Thank you. I didn't put the plexiglass on my vehicle, did I? Why am I taking no hail damage? I should have taken hail damage by now, right? Yeah, I guess the hail is just not large enough. Are we going to be able to intercept that? It's moving a little fast. And it's also roping out. No, I don't think we're going to be able to pick this up. We can take some pictures and admire it. May as well do that now. If it lets us. Okay, good, it let us. Oh yeah, it's already next to the road. We're not catching that. And once it's past this road, there is no more chasing it. Also, we actually have a cell down here, which will also be going out of bounds pretty soon. Okay. Alright. Well, still, we got an intercept out of this. A decent intercept. Ads starting up. You get ads about vehicles that can withstand the storm. But don't be misled by those ads because they probably cannot withstand a tornado. May as well just get a bunch of pictures of a tornado here. I'm just going to keep driving up and taking pictures of the tornado. Also, we got to watch out for some debris up here, and if it did hit that tree line. We're going to have to get closer to it too now because the visibility has turned to crap. I think I see downed trees. Or downed something. Something is downed. Nope, that's just a dumpster and some barricades. I can't see it anymore. Oh, now I can. Peekaboo, I see you. Did it just change direction? This target would have been way off. One tooth. One tornado. Just gonna follow the tornado, take some pictures. That's the best we can do now, since it is currently in an unchaseable area. It's in the middle of the woods. Alright, where is it now? Ah. Well, looks like it's just continuing to move the same direction. And the ads are gone. We are just taking some handsome tornado pictures here. Admiring the tornado. It's the best we can do. The only two tornado warnings active right now are tornadoes that are going out of bounds now. That looked like a power flash. The way things flashed over there, I'm pretty sure that was just a lightning strike and it's lighted, but that looked like a power flash. Except maybe a little less bluish. It's not going up the mountains, is it? This is a good way to get some bonus gold, too. Oh, it's roping out. It's hit the boundary. Dang. I wanted to catch a picture before it was gone. Unless it clipped through the mountain there. There you go. That's a good tornado picture right there. Okay, there we go. It's officially gone. Is officially out of bounds. So we are going to go back to Northerndale here. We're going to fuel up and wrap up this investigation. We should have time for one or two more. It depends on... Some of the scenarios are short, some of them are long. So, it'll depend on that. Anyway, we can continue playing the music now. Because we're not close to a storm or anything. I'd love to make it so that the music could like fade out when I want to, but in order to do that, you need to get a little fancy with your audio layout. You know, one of those connect certain things to one of those dials that controls the volume. That kind of fancy. Fancy. Oh, there is a road that goes further north. How did I not know about this road? Oh, yeah, it goes further north, but once you're up here, I am pretty sure it threatens to tow your vehicle. That's what happens when you go close to the edge of the map. Well, we don't need our strobe light on anymore. We're not chasing any more storms. There's no more storms to chase around here. At least something came out of the low cape environment. Have they all ended? Nope. We still got the corner of one. Wait, what's that up there? Oh, that just goes into like the mountains. That's an alternate way. I don't think I've ever chased storms up in that area. Alright, anyways, let's bring ourselves to the fuel station here. We're going to do our fuel up, and I'm just going to stare out at the storm while I fuel up. Something that I definitely do if I was chasing a storm in actuality. Get me away from these evil pumps. I do not want to take fall damage because I'm too close to them. Damage from the fuel fumes if you inhale too much of them. They are technically toxic. Here, and for the last 4 pictures, let's take a picture of our vehicle and this very weird light in front of it. Ah, yes. Ah, look at my hand. Look at my beautiful vehicle. Look at the price of fuel. Isn't that ridiculous? We got one more picture. Look at this tire. I am glad I don't have this tire on my vehicle. Alright, anyways. Okay, let's leave the chase then. We actually had the chase ending over there. Hey, 204 kilometers an hour. Also, funny enough, our most valuable picture was also worth 204. So, you know those extra tornado pictures we took? Well, we got 3,500 from all that. So, it really... You don't even have to intercept a tornado directly in this game to make a decent profit. You can just take pictures of it. Just make sure you're close enough so you get the optimal rating for it. But if you do an intercept, we got one intercept which doubled how much we earned. because 5,440 from that one intercept. And the chaser network, that's when you report. When you report tornadoes, report fungal clouds, and that's your chaser network bonus. I think the vehicle damage was when we launched the that barricade into the sky. That was worth it. Anyway, we made a decent amount off of that. We still haven't gotten any wall cloud pictures. That's unfortunate. I'd like some wall cloud pictures. I don't know why they have to be so difficult to get. I've seen more wall clouds than I have tornadoes. By the way, I'm not mentioning any details, Rainbow Road in Mario Kart World, but, there was a hint related to it in the Mario Kart Direct. A hint. A hint that maybe it exists, but no for sure confirmation. Wasn't there another upgrade that I wanted to get? So, I didn't see us take any hail damage, and I didn't have anything that protects us from hail equipped. So that's interesting. The hail must have been just been too small, I guess. If I really didn't want to take hail damage, I can get the plexiglass panels and we'd be good. Mesonet, Amberlight probe. The laptop. We can't afford the laptop yet. Man, imagine paying $20,000 for a laptop. I can't. I think Krista would have like an ice cream. Maybe she wouldn't have that ice cream cone. I don't know. Maybe she'd have like a cat. I tell you one thing, she does have a custom horn, but it's none of what we currently got available. It's like a squeaky horn. Also, there is only one timeline in which Krista actually owns and drives a vehicle. Well, let's do another chase. And we'll see how much time we got after this, whether we can do another chase. That scenario also wasn't too bad. It was a little more tricky. And we did end up having to abandon one cell that was faking a produce and then decided not to. And we went to the north one. Outbrk says not responding at times, but that's only when it starts loading, so that's understandable. So we're just going to listen to some Rainbow Road while we wait for the atmosphere to initialize. Man, water is so bubbly. Probably because it's so badly overtreated. But hey, what is this? What direction are these moving in? Not my favorite direction. Oh, wow. That rotation's already in a pretty decent spot. Okay. What do we have for... Dew points are looking really good. Ooh, that is a spicy environment. I've seen spicier, but that's still pretty good. Okay, this southern cell here is already interesting me. So where is that moving towards? That is moving towards the area that is a lot of fun to chase storms. So let's head down here. We're going to have to head through Bakersville. Where's my baker? Okay, so I gotta head south and then take the next right. The road at Outbrk. What is this slice of shadowy pizza that keeps appearing in my rearview mirror? Well, it doesn't look like pizza anymore. Is that on my... That is on my monitor. Okay. I was like, what the heck is that speck? Is there, like, I don't know, a UFO far in the distance? Whoa, did you see that? For a split second, Desert Hills loaded there. That was weird. Okay, Bakersville. .42 kilometers an hour. We've actually got a little... It's a little windy here. Are we gonna make it there by the time it gets there? Okay, where is this moving? I need updated vectors. I'm not chasing it if it's going here. There's hills here. I don't like that. No, it's shifting. The rotation's not very focused right now. Still pretty close to the same area as before. Whoa! Hey, we didn't even take any damage from that. We taught that stop sign a lesson. Hopefully it's stop sign friends don't ambush us later as a result. If you start seeing a whole bunch of stop signs on the side of the road and there's no intersection, then we know something's wrong. Okay, we take this down for a decent while. Still got some pretty decent winds here too. They're at 36. 36 kilometers an hour. A little bit of broad rotation going on there, but I don't see anything focused yet. We'll see. This is the road that we're supposed to turn down on, so let us do that. Ooh, we overshot big time. Good thing there wasn't a ditch waiting for us there. Looking a little squally in parts of this storm. Okay, where's that moving towards? Pretty close to there. We're just going to keep going up until this next intersection. I don't like the angle it's approaching from because we're going to be blinded by a hail core if we're hoping to get a an intercept. Mind you, there hasn't been a tornado warning issued yet, but some of the rotation is It's still a little broad, actually. I guess we'll see. It might shift, it might reshape itself again. Is that even gonna hit us now? I said intersection, not where the marker was. We don't even know if this is producing yet. We're just sort of guessing. The rotation isn't exactly focused right now, so I wouldn't say for sure. Hey, that was enough to get us out of the hail core. Maybe we can see what the heck's going on now. What is with the lack of wall clouds? You know, from this distance, you'd be like, what is that? Is that a weather balloon? No, it's a windmill. What kind of winds are we getting? 51. Pretty gusty out. The hail core is so close to us. Oh, there's a hook beginning to develop and the rotation's beginning to focus. However, we might not be able to intercept here. Where's this going? Okay, we're going to change our locations. If there is a hook developing, we're going to have to go a little further up here to give this storm a chance to actually spin something up. Otherwise, we'll get one of those scenarios where a fungal spawns after our interception point, and it's like, well, I can admire it and take pictures of it, but gonna have to relocate myself otherwise. Well, the cell we are chasing is now tornado warned. Now hold on. Can I get a picture of a funnel cloud? Yes. How close is that to us? Just in case. I felt the lightning damaged me for a moment. Oh. Back up. Okay, we've got a little bit of time to get away from this. Unfortunately, our probe didn't get that, even though technically our probe should have, because there is a short grace period from when a fungal upgrades to a tornado. Just in case you happen to be under it when it decides to upgrade itself, you get a little bit of time to get away. Also, I think it may have been a little too far north too, but I saw the winds jet up to 75, and that was my cue to get out of there. Alright, where is our tornado buddy moving towards? Up here, but it would be impractical to chase it there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to chase it down over there. Because if we try to follow this road, I have a feeling we may run into it. Or when we intercept on this road, we won't have enough time. Oh, it's already past this road. Okay. Well, we're already good on chasing on this road then. We're going to pause the music because now we're actively doing an intercept. This intercept would be unsafe. If you took this road right now, you'd be going straight into the tornado. So, nope. We're going to go one additional road over, and that should put us in a good interception spot. Hopefully. Snack, welcome on in. Play a Storm Chaser game, not surprised. Nope, not at all. This has actually become a, this is going to become a regular Saturday thing, too. Oh, this is the area with the annoying barricade. You know, the barricades in which we launched one to the sky and it got stuck in the sky, and that was funny. This is a little risky, too. Okay, we're going to head to the target, and we're going to place the probe down as fast as we can. The tornadoes are open out. There's a chance we might get ripped off, too, but let's not make assumptions. Well, because it's doing this, I actually can't tell what it's going to miss us from here. Ha! But I'm going to give it one last report. What's reflectivity looking like? There's still a little bit of a hook. I'm keeping an eye on our wind values here. If it starts to get shady, I'm out of here. No, I'm backing off. Oh, there we go. Tornado's gone. It's like magic. Vanished. Just like that. And yeah, the hook sort of folded into itself too. So, yeah, no wonder. Go figure. Unfortunately, this is the only cell of interest right now. These cells are in too close a proximity. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. It's nice of you to swing by. Rains are getting a little heavy to the north here. I'm just going to wait a little and see if this is going to redevelop. And if it is, we're going to have to take the awkward way around. That hook's still not looking all that amazing, and rotation's looking a little broad too. Man, are we going to get any intercepts out of this? Wall cloud? No? I haven't gotten a wall cloud picture at all yet. Like, they're more difficult to get than an actual tornado picture. Hope having a good time. Time zone 2? Oh, definitely. A lot of fun just chilling, doing some good old storm chasing here. The day outside was lovely, so time outside was also well spent. Doing homework and playing ESO, watching streams, that sounds like a fun time. Well, the homework, I guess it depends on what the homework is. Some homework is interesting, and some homework is not so much. I find post-secondary homework to be a lot more fun than high school and elementary school homework. Strategic management? That actually sounds like it could be really interesting. It's for masters. Oh, okay, that's pretty big deal homework then. We still have a hook, so I'm going to continue to pursue this storm. It redeveloped. How's velocity? Velocity's a little disorganized, but now that we have a hook again, we should see some reorganization of this. Plus, this is really the only cell of interest we can chase right now, so. Let me place the marker down. I'd like to go down the path towards Masters in Meteorology eventually. You know, when I had the 10k gold that's required. Let's get the music back on, since we're once again traveling to a new intercept location. That hook's still looking pretty good. Now it's a matter of, are we going to make it there on time? Yeah, it is bloody expensive. Oh! Final cloud picture. It's only a good rating, so that's actually pretty far away from us still. Which makes sense because, yeah, it's like way up there. Oh! Blue barrel. That's now a tornado. Hey, we almost went into the ditch. Alright. We're not going to be able to intercept that. We're going to have to move an additional road down. Which may bring us over here. I might not even end up taking that path, actually, because that could be very risky. I have a feeling the tornado will already be past the road by the time we get over there, but, well, we'll see when we get there. The winds are 48 here, which is pretty decent winds. I've got an Outbrk working pretty nicely, actually, at this setup here. Alright, can I just go this way? I could. Bit of a shortcut, a little bit of vehicle damage for a shortcut, but perfect time for some Mario Kart music to play. This isn't Hyrule, I can assure you, but there's a tornado. You know what? We might end up having a bit of a conflict with the tornado, actually. It's already far enough past the road, right? Yes, it is. Okay, we should be good. The problem is going to be the other highway that we're going to be using to get ahead of it. That might be a bit of a problem. So we'll have to take a right further up here. Yep, this is going to be a bit of a problem. We're going to have to wait and I'll take some pictures while it's crossing. Hey, just as the report expired. Perfect. It is now crossing the road up ahead there. We should be good to go, given that it's not moving really slow. Or that it's not moving directly east. Okay, not this intersection, but the next intersection. What? Oh, okay. Hold on, 74. Let's slow down here. We're starting to enter some, we're starting to enter the tornado radius, so we're just gonna wait until the winds are back to normal. There we go. It is now tossing some of those trees. 98! Woo! See, we have a wind sensor now, so that's another reason why I wanted to change to a customizable vehicle. Because that other vehicle is... It has set things equipped, and one of them is not a mesonet, which gives us the wind data. Bitch! Well, that wasn't the smoothest shortcut, but it worked. Alright, Tornado. If you could do me a favor and go slow enough so that I could set up a interception, I could make you famous. Where's my marker? It's up there. We've only got one shot to set this up because this is already getting a little close. It's moving north. Yellow bush, and that's it. That's it. That's as close as I want to get. Okay. Because if we shift north any further, and probe times and all that, we might not have enough time to get out of there safely. So we're gonna back off now, and hope that we can pick something up on the probe. Our time is just a little too limited. Okay, wind values are not getting nasty yet. 33. By the way, this is where we are. Well, it's close enough to the probe. I think that ended up being north of the probe. 61. 68. Slow down, slow down. 77. Yeah, we don't want the values getting too high, otherwise we're gonna get tossed around by the wind. 92. That's severe criteria right there. Not the best intercept, but that's way better than nothing. While we're out here, let's get a picture and report the tornado once again. We're just going to pick up the probe. I wanted to place it further north, but we would have been taking too much of a risk doing that. Oh, look at that hail core. Ooh, that's a spicy hail core. Tornado's already over here. If I tried to intercept over here, I don't think I'd be able to. Once we have a laptop, we'll be able to look over here again. We got to hit 20,000 to get that upgrade. We overshot. We cannot safely intercept this, so I'm just going to limit our speed here. We might be close enough to be able to get a picture, but because the visibility is poor, we might not be able to get a picture of it. Nope. Visibility is too poor. We'll creep a little closer, but... wish this hail core would go away. Nope. Okay, it is now crossing the... also, we should not have music running while we're this close to a tornado here. Let's focus. Focus on that tornado, which is now crossing the road. Still 58, so we're still fine. Gotta go really slow here because as you can see the 66, 63. Why am I taking absolutely no hail damage? What is going on here? Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm taking some hail damage. I got a crack on this window. Ah, there we go. Yep, now we're taking hail damage. I'd want to eventually get the window break achievement. It's just difficult to pull off. The strobe light claims to be on, but I can't see the reflection of it at all. Alright. Do we still have a tornado coming out? Oh, wow. Yeah, I think so. I think we still have a tornado. Or not. Might be shifting, if anything. It's going into the mountain area, and I don't like chasing in the mountain area. This is the only cell that we can chase. Also, it's not looking very hook-like anymore. The hook sort of, like, that might still be producing something, but this is going to be a pain in the arse to chase. I'm not interested in chasing a mountain tornado. So this scenario was, 30 minutes. We might not have enough for, we might not have enough time for another one. Could probably do a little weather talk in the meantime, though. I don't like ending too early. Well, we took some hail damage, but not enough to break the windows. I think it just takes a lot of hail damage to actually break a window. Watch that be one of the last achievements I get. I got a lot of the achievements, including some of the more difficult to get ones, done during the first chase. All of the record wind speed of X. I got all of those done in the first chase because it was an EF5 chase, and it was in an easy to chase area. It was in the area with the grid, and the probe ended up being placed right where the EF5 went by, so... That actually looks pretty cool from here. You see the rain... The rain is just drenching down over there. You can see sort of a bit of a wall of rain effect. We have nothing else to chase. There appears to be a hook reforming here, but, like I said earlier, it's sort of in the middle of a mountain area, and... Why do tornadoes like the mountain area so much here? They definitely don't like the mountain areas in our region. Well, I'm going to take a right and fuel up. Yellow light? Well, yellow light doesn't apply if I go this way. You know, I haven't checked if they fixed the traffic lights yet. Where they're out of sync with each other. Like, sometimes all 4 directions on the intersections will be green, and sometimes all directions will be red. Which is definitely not how traffic lights work. Wow, that's a smooth way to enter the fuel station. Well, if we don't have anything else to chase... First of all, we can get the music back. The weird Grotos' theme music. A lot of Paper Mario music playing. We didn't get as many tornado pictures because we spent a lot of time chasing them. What is that? Is that like a can? I think that's supposed to be a can. Oh man. Imagine just this being the, you know, like, hey, supermarket simulator inside Outbrk. This is your supermarket or your gas station simulator, right here. You place your shelves and all that. The lighting's a little weird in here, but you know, that could be solved with a few light bulbs, with a few lights up here. Oh, and the collision's also a little weird. Also, there's a bit of a problem with, it might rain inside a little. Don't worry about it. It'll be good for your produce. I guess, or this could be like the supermarket. Wait, can you go in here? No? Dang it. Big sale. What's this? Horseshoe Lounge. I bet you there's a place called that in every second small town. Anyway, I don't think we're going to get anything else out of it. Oh, wow. Even this storm isn't really looking that amazing anymore. Look at that. There's not really too much focus around this rotation. You got a really intense hail core over here. Okay, the really cool part, though, when you're chasing a storm and you're taking, like, pictures and reporting it, When you report it, it leaves an icon, and it gives you a rough idea of the path that the storm took. And yeah, you can see it sort of like went up to here, and then it continued into here. It doesn't really look like... Yeah, it doesn't even have a tornado warning anymore. You know what does have a tornado warning? Apparently this. That just got issued. Unfortunately, that's close to the boundary of the map, so that wouldn't be worth chasing. By the time we got down there, it'd already be leaving. So hey, let's leave this chase, and we're gonna do a little weather exploration ourselves. Let me bring us back over to here, and I think I'm gonna load my my VTuber dude up for this once I'm out of Outbrk, because then resources will allow me to do so. But also, let me just pop things up over here. I've just got to give things a check here. Okay, awesome. I had to check something here. All right, so I'm just going to exit Outbrk here, and I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a... Oh, well, the tab that the weather was loaded on crashed, apparently, but let me just reload that. It was probably a resource saver thing. We actually have interesting cells to watch right now, too. So let me load up my VTuber dude quickly here. Also, Steam's starting to do its update in the background while I'm streaming. I really wish it would respect the fact that I would like it not to do that. But I have a good bandwidth. Hey, look at that! I appeared just like that. Hello there, everyone. Okay, we're all loaded up. Throws are not enabled at this time. They will be back in action on Wednesday. I did do I did a bit of a fix on the redeems thing. Well, sorry, a workaround. So you'll notice that those are available despite some of the issues we're dealing with. So let me get that page loaded up here. Okay, so we have some things happening. Part of Texas. This is also part of Texas. These are two very nasty cells. Is that one really moving north? Truly? North-northeast. That arrow is actually correct. Yeah, the arrows usually aren't correct, so, nice. That is one heck of a hook, look at that! It's moving towards Weatherford, by the way. Weatherford, if you like active weather, well, take shelter and admire from your safe shelter this wicked hook heading towards you, because there's a rotation signature here. Also, 89% severe risk, 60% chance tornado. It's probably producing one. Let me check the correlation too. I don't see any obvious evidence of debris, but it's sort of difficult to tell. We have another cell that is warned really close to St. Angelo. Really? Oh, really? It's actually got a debris signature on it. Okay, what's the velocity on this? Does the velocity match up? Is this a bookend vortex? No, it is not a bookend vortex. There might be a tornado here, but that is not how a bookend vortex behaves. Wow, that is a weird one. It sort of spawned in the middle of this. Like, the northern part is not curling back into it. That's what a bookend vortex is. It's sort of just, like, opened up here. What a weird spot for a possible tornado. Not unheard of, it's just less common. Man, what the heck are those kinds of tornadoes called again? I don't see them very often. I'm so used to, like, you get the odd bookend vortex, and then you've got your classic supercell ones that like to form down in the southern part. By the way, this part of the storm is probably dangerous, even though there's no obvious signature. I don't really like what that's doing. Whoa, what was it doing back here? Oh, never mind, never mind. Look at this behavior right here. That's bookend vortex. This is just a effect. This is just the after effect of a bookend vortex. The rotation's sort of dissipating on it too. And no, never mind. No, the rotation's still there. But yeah, right back here. This is a classic bookend vortex, the behavior of one. It's bending back inwards towards itself. This is probably where it's located. A new frame update coming in. It's probably somewhere in there. Now, since then, you can sort of see that, yeah, it like the rotation started there and sort of spread out there, so, and now it's back out there. Not sure if there's still a tornado there, but if there is one, there's a high chance that it is hidden. Rain wrapped. The kind of storms that are very not fun to chase. Also, this is a big supercell, my goodness. Big, healthy supercell. If this starts reaching into itself, then you're about to have a second bookend vortex. They can chain. Just depends on the dynamics at play. That's a pretty wicked storm you've got north of you, St. Angelo. My goodness. Let's not forget about this supercell over here. We got this supercell over here. Wants to be the very best too. It actually just got a special weather statement issued for it. You just see that polygon just appear as we were checking it out. Also mentions the tornado watch remains in effect, so heads up, that potential exists. Also, we don't need the music continuing to run here, okay? Yeah. Well, I think we're good on that. Oh, what is it doing again? Is it... I think it's... Well, keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on that particular cell, because it looks like it wants to do... it wants to curl back in again, which would be another bookend vortex-like effect. We got this radar station right beside a severe cell. Oh, maybe a little too close, actually. Things are a little, things are a little, scraped over here, so, yeah. From the limited visibility, I can only see so much of this. It's too close to the radar. It doesn't look like that one's producing a tornado. Oh, wow. Even the tornado risk is really low on this. But the hail risk is definitely there. And there's a notable severe wind risk as well. I agree with this. I would keep tornado like down in the 2% range, just for that particular one. This one is tornado warned, and that's a focus signature if I've ever seen one. And look where it's located. It is located somewhere around here, right along this line here. If it was located here, I'd be even more concerned because, like, that's a notch. But also remember that there is some elevation to this, so this could actually just tell us the angle of the tornado too. Let's check what the correlation is on it. A little difficult to tell, maybe, but a little difficult. The stronger tornadoes are the ones that tend to show a more obvious signature. Also, we might have some localized rotation here. It doesn't look strong, but a little bit of opposite wind directions happening there. There is a separate polygon that includes that one, so stay cautious. Fort Worth, I don't know. You guys might be getting emergency broadcasts from your phones or something like that. If you're like you're in close enough proximity that you might end up getting something for this. I still keep a cautious eye on it. It's the part that's possibly producing the tornado. I don't think it's going to actually run over your area. Weatherford, by the way, you should already be taking shelter. Cook and wall away, but DMs... Oh, alright. For sure. Oh, no worries. I usually end at around 9 anyways, so shouldn't be too much of a worry. And I already had food just before stream, so I'm definitely not hungry, but I've got my bottles of water here. I have a feeling my post-stream care is not going to take very long. Oh, hey! You guys might have a tornado over here. Oh yeah, no worries at all. Also, you guys saw that shout-out go for the Fool? Well, make sure you're following the Fool if you haven't yet. Lots of Phasmophobia, and a fun variety of challenges, and also one of the most amazing communities that I've ever hung out with, so definitely drop that follow. There are spots of some pretty intense winds. Again, we're not supposed to have a weather talk segment on Saturdays, but this stuff is worth mentioning. This is also tornado warned, by the way. This is also tornado warned, but it's sort of at the edge of... Do we have a closer radar? That might give us a better idea of what's happening. Maybe. Ah, there we go. Also, you guys are now free from the ads. Oh, I can see why this one's highlighted. My goodness. 118 kilometers an hour. Yep. Honestly, though, it doesn't look very focused. It's sort of broad. It's getting a little messed up, so if you got a tornado there, it might be having a bit of a rough time keeping itself together. Honestly, all of this looks like it's starting to become a bit of a squall line, so it might end up tearing apart tornadoes and making way for straight line winds, which are almost just as dangerous as tornadoes. ECL, welcome morning. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely time so far. I don't think the weather's too crazy over there. Oh my goodness, thank you, Fool. But, yeah. Now, I'm going to check if there's any other areas of particular concern. This line is the main focus, and this particularly nasty storm north of San Angelo. This storm is also a concern for a different reason. You see all the lightning symbols here? And, oh, look at this squall line! Oh, that is nasty! Anyone in line of this may as well just take shelter now, because those are some wicked winds. Look at how organized it is, and how sharp the wind increases are. There's also a little bit of rotation going on in some of these, so just take shelter. There's also a lot of lightning, so you don't want to be outside during this. The risk of getting struck by lightning is significantly higher when you've got lightning rates like this particular storm. Little windy, definitely dry. Seen a couple grass fires in the last couple days. The rain must have missed over there. I know it went through some of the prairies, and it went through a few areas, like over last night here, but mind you, the winds that followed definitely did not help, because those winds were not rich in moisture. Got some rain, but nowhere near enough. Oh no. Well, hopefully you don't get set up for May, because May is usually fire season. I'd like there to be a lot of moisture on the ground in the prairies here, so we don't have to deal with the worst of that. Unfortunately, it did catch me near the end of the stream. I'm ironically enough doing the weather talk at the end of the stream instead of at the beginning of the stream, but we had a little bit of buffer time between the end of our last chase and when I usually end the stream. And now we're at around the time that I end the stream. I just didn't want to send you guys off too early. I do like my stream time. But anywho, let me check who I can send you guys off to. Have I sent you guys there? Have I sent you guys there? I'm curious. Let me filter raids only and Control F and then look for. It has either been too long or I have not sent you guys to Epic Tight Pants yet. But I ought to send you guys over there because Epic is playing some Phasmophobia. Let me bring us over to this screen over here. The important part is I caught you. Heck yeah. And I'm glad you were able to. Yeah, Epic's community is freaking amazing, so I'm going to send you guys over there. I'm going to do it the new way that I'm doing this. You end with WrestleMania ends? Oh my goodness. I'm done wrestling with the tornadoes for now. Till next week. Alright, I'm going to send you guys over to Epic Tight Pants. There we go, let's get that started. Congratulations on the top 3. You will get bonus gold pieces for use in future streams in the sound commands. Benjamin! Hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. I'm glad you were at least able to catch me at the end. Or you were lurking. Either way, it's good to see you. Alright, everybody, I would like to thank you for joining, whether you're here in full and part, whether you were active, whether you were lurking, or somewhere between. It's all greatly appreciated. The first message that you see that popped up there, the first raid message, that's for subs. But if you don't have a sub, we got a message that works for everyone. Just following that one. Thank you once again for joining, everybody. Next stream is going to be next week on... Is he on the full stream? Oh, heck yeah. Let's go torture epic. Oh my goodness. Next stream, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Maybe finishing post Heaven Sword, or maybe not. I've got another spot for it the following week if we don't. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We're finishing off Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the fast play, as a FaceTuber. Next Saturday, more Outbrk, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look forward to all of that. Alright, everybody, take good care of yourselves, and we will see you next time. Keep being awesome. Alright? Keep being awesome. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, whoops. Tush. Yes, thanks.
Yes!